Alright, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel. So today we're going to be doing a 32x pack tutorial just like this sword. This is also a 32x sword for my Rayquaza pack, as you can see right here, Rayquaza 32x. I think the logo and the packed up PNG, I mean the text in the packed up PNG fit perfectly. As you can see, the green on the logo right here is like exactly the same as the green right here. And I just really like that. So right now we're going to show off the pack. These are the particles. I think the particles are really nice because they're like smallish and you can just play Skywars and stuff really well because they're like small. And Skywars, you don't really want to use like insanely big particles, at least in my opinion, and I can tell that from all like the popular Skywars packs. So this is the pearl. This is the rod, bow, potions, pickaxe, and right here we have the buckets. So that being said, we're gonna get into this 32x diamond sword tutorial. However guys, I have a texture pack course, which basically the video you're gonna watch right now, I have over 45 videos just like these in the description down below, and you can check it out there. There's also currently a special discount going on. So the video you're about to watch, I have 45 of those in the pack course. However, this video is obviously new. So yeah, if you want to learn how to make custom texture packs just like me, entirely from scratch, just by yourself, then make sure to check out the description down below. I will be explaining every single step in over 45 videos. So yeah, that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, see you in paint.net. Alright, so as you guys can see, right now I'm in paint.net. I will leave a download in the description down below so you guys can check this out. In my pack course, I'm going over this whole program, like how it works, the settings you should use, like right here and stuff. I'm going over everything you need to know about this program, all the tools, etc. So yeah, if you're interested in that, make sure to check the description. So we're gonna get right into the tutorial. As you can see, I made a 32 canvas, right? I press Ctrl R, 32, 32, and I hit enter. Then we're gonna delete everything that's in the file, right? So we're gonna hit delete. If I make a new thing right now, and I call it, if I make a new file right now and make it 32x, it's gonna show a white background, and you need to always delete the background. So we're in our 32 canvas, and we're gonna start making the sword. We're gonna try our best to make a 32x sword that's nice for PvP. So we're gonna start at the bottom, right? I wanna make a bottom that's like this. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna make one side of the sword first, and then mirror it to the other side. And the reason you want to do that is because then the sword is 100% the same on each side, if that makes any sense. So from here we're gonna go up, we're gonna go right here, and let's see, I want to make like a sword that's kind of curvy but still pretty nice. I don't know. So one thing I can already tell is this sword is too big, so we're gonna make it a little bit smaller by doing this, and we're gonna make this pixel one lower like that. So right now we have the base, I guess, of the sword, and we're gonna mirror it. So we're gonna make a new file. You basically want to copy this. So we're gonna hit Ctrl A, Alt, click right here, Ctrl C, go here, Ctrl Alt, delete, Ctrl V, and then we're gonna hit flip horizontal, and then we're gonna hit rotate 90 degrees clockwise. So then we're gonna hit Alt on our keyboard, and we're gonna click on the sides again. So we have the inside of the, basically the black, outline, and we're gonna paste it again. So as you guys can see, I just pasted it, and I will show you guys how to paste it correctly. So you can, for example, paste it like this, but you can tell it's like a bit too big, you know. So we're gonna paste it like this. Then we're gonna go down right here one more, and then do this. So the way I do this, because you saw I had a selection, and then I hit backspace. Right, the way I did this is I hit backspace on my keyboard, and basically what will happen if you press backspace, you will paste a color that's currently your primary color in paint.net. But as I mentioned, I'm explaining this step by step in my pack course, so yeah, you can check it out there. We're gonna try to make this a little bit bigger, so we're gonna add one pixel over here and then a pixel over here and delete this. So do that on the other side as well. Oops, messed this up. Actually, I don't really like that, so we're gonna undo that. Just like this. I guess we're gonna make it a little bit smaller, because I think it's a little bit too wide. And you don't really want to have that, of course. So right now I'm just doing some edits to the sword, so I like how it looks, you know. I mean that I will like the format, I guess, of this sword. Hope that makes a little bit of sense. So what I can tell right now is when I do this, it's gonna mess up, right? Like you can see, you don't really want to have this, right? And if I do it right here, the outlines for the diamond blade, you can tell that it's kind of like the blade is too big for the handle and the guard and etc. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this one higher, remove those pixels right here, and that's basically so we can fix the way this looks, right? So right now you can tell that the blade looks fine. We're gonna make it smaller, And as you can see, we now have a base for our 32 sword. So right now we're just gonna add some weird things to it. So we're gonna make this one higher, and the way I did this is I select this, hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and then move it up. We're gonna add a pixel over here and here, then over here and here. So right now you can tell it's like 1 pixel higher, but there's like, it's closed right here, so you don't really want to have that. And we're gonna add a pixel over here and remove this. By the way guys, this tutorial is not for you guys to copy my sword. This tutorial is so you guys can basically see the steps that I'm taking and doing, and you guys can copy that. So we're gonna add pixels over here. You might even do like something like this. So like these parts are like a little bit bigger, but it kind of looks weird. So I might just only do it right here. I think that's pretty good. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna decide whether we wanna have a straight sword like this, or if we wanna have it like cut off like this, and then make it bigger. I think we're just gonna try it like this. I think that would look pretty cool. You can also do it like this, the sword, but I like to have it like this because it's like pointy and more aggressive, I guess. You can also add a pixel right here to make it even more aggressive, but I just like it like this more. We can always decide whether we want to add that later on or not. So right now I'm deciding if I want to have it like this or if I want to have it like this. I'm zooming out, I'm deciding, and I think this will look better. You always want to like take the steps to see, like, so first off, there's a couple steps, right? First you're gonna make the outline. Then you're going to texture it, and then you're going to see what you're going to adjust. But obviously, while making the outline, you want to make sure that the outline is perfectly fine in terms of proportions. So right here you have the whole file, right? And this is what Minecraft going to load in game. If you make your sword like super small like this, so we're going to make it super small right now, and you're going to load it to where like everything is small and I don't know, like I'm just showing you guys real quick. If you're gonna load it like this, like it's basically gonna look like you're holding a knife in Minecraft. So you wanna make sure that your proportions are well sized and good. And the way you're gonna do that is if you make a 32x sword, you basically wanna fill this part of the canvas for sure. Whether that's with the blade, the handle, the guard, it doesn't matter. And as I mentioned, the reason you wanna do that is because otherwise it's just gonna look like a knife in game pretty much. It's gonna look very, very small. So right now I'm going to show you guys a sword that I used in my texture pack tutorial for the 512 tutorial video. You can see that this sword is well sized and good in terms of proportions. Why? I'm filling this part of the canvas. This is going to look perfect in game in terms of sizing, and yeah. You just want to make sure that the proportions are fine, because that's like the most important thing about this sword. You can make an insanely good sword, but if the proportions are bad, it's going to look bad in game as well. Even though you made like the texturing perfect and everything like that. So we're going to get back to our 32x sword. And I want to make a, I think we're going to go with a red sword. So we're going to make this very dark. And we're going to determine whether, like, basically how we want to do the 32x blade, right? We might want to do something like this because I never really do that. We're going to add a black outline to this. And the tool that I just used to like make this red is gradient. I guess some people know about it because it's very popular, I guess, in texture pack making. We're going to add a white line on a new layer. And the reason we're going to do that is because then we can overlay it and make it look more spicy, I guess you could say. So what I did right now is I copy pasted another white layer on top of it and used normal, and then did it like this. The reason I'm able to do this is because I guess because I've been doing this for a long time, and you just know what's gonna look good, like what you basically have to do, right? So as you can see, I made a blade in like 30 seconds without shading, of course, but you guys get the point, right? So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna shade it, right? So we're gonna get primary white, put it to 5, the transparency, or I guess opacity, and we're gonna get black on the other one and put it to like 150. So right now we can like start shading it on the background layer. So I think this looks pretty fine, you know? Maybe I can even make it a little bit brighter. So what I just did is I hit Ctrl-Shift-F on my keyboard, and the reason I did this is so all the layers go into each other, and I was able to adjust the brightness. So we just used the brightness and contrast tab, right? And you're basically gonna add brightness and contrast also to the black outline, and you want to make sure that the outline is obviously black. So we're gonna retexture it black, so we are like 100% sure that it is actually black. So right now we're gonna do the handle texturing. I might even add a pixel over here just so it looks a little bit better. So we're gonna fill in this part, and I wanna make it so like this part is like, I don't know, highlighted by red. So we're gonna add texturing over here as well with black. And you basically wanna make the handle darker than the rest. So we're gonna make this darker, just like this. We're gonna start texturing the sword. So what you wanna do is you wanna make this darker in most cases as well. Then this part of course. We can make this a little bit brighter. Like this. So let's start texturing it. We're gonna select this in this part. We're gonna make a new layer. We're gonna get white to add some bevel, and we're gonna texture the top part of the sword. We're also gonna do it right here. We're gonna go to the layer properties on the layer that we just created, and we're gonna put it to overlay. Then we're gonna make a new layer. We're gonna get black. We're gonna select these parts right here, and we're gonna add all these pixels. Then we're gonna go right here and make the opacity lower. Or yeah, I guess transparency, opacity, it's kind of the same. So right now we can start shading it, and we're gonna select this part, oops, on the background layer, and we're gonna select black and white, which we previously already had. And right now we can start shading it any way we want. We can shade it from here to here, we can shade it from the bottom. We can basically do anything we really want. And right now I'm gonna add some contrast, so it kind of looks more spicy and stuff. And we're gonna do that to the bottom as well. We're gonna start shading it from the bottom and from the other side. Ctrl-Shift-T. So right now I'm going to show you guys all the shortcuts basically. And by the way guys, in my texture pack tutorial I'm like super calm about this. I'm going over every single step and all the shortcuts that you need to know and everything like that. In this video, obviously I cannot really include everything because then the video will be like 30 minutes. But yeah, these are just like the basics to create a sword like this. So right now what we're going to do is we basically are done with texturing this part. However, I want to make this a little bit darker. So what I just did is I hit Ctrl-Shift-F to convert all the layers into each other. And we're going to basically take colors from this part to put right here, and yeah, it will basically be the same. And I like it like this, I think. And yeah, I think this sword is done now. I might put a darker color over here like this, or maybe like this, or even this color could also look good. I like this. I think I like this color better. That is basically the sword tutorial. I might have to make this a little bit longer like this. No, that's too long. And we're gonna test it in game right now, and I will show you guys how it looks. Alright, so as you can see right now I'm using a random pack. It's called Blue. This is like an old Koi pack, I guess. And right now I'm loading the texture pack in, and you guys can see it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna spawn in a particle so you guys can see how it looks when I'm like hitting the sword and stuff. And I think it looks really nice. Like if you PvP with this is gonna look really cool in my opinion. Especially with the the cutoff part, because I don't know, I just like to PvP with like cutoff swords, because when you swing it, I don't know, it has like some nice effect. You can see, I don't know, maybe you guys can see it. But yeah, this is about it for the pack tutorial. As I mentioned, this video was like a little bit more fast, on a faster tone. In the pack course, I'm like very, let's say in short, I take my time and I will show you guys everything you need to know. All the shortcuts, all the settings, how the program works, how every single tool works, how you need to do every single step. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're interested in the pack course, there's currently a special discount going on in the description down below. It's the first link that you can find. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out guys.